Good evening, students. Today we are going to learn the application of fractional distillation. One of the important example of fractional distillation is different component of air can be separated by this fractional distillation. We have already learned about the fractional distillation. This fractional distillation is used for separating two or more miscible mixture in which different components have boiling point less than 30 degrees C. That is the main requirement. Now if we think for the air, this air is also a homogeneous mixture which contain different gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen, all these things. Now how to separate all these components? So that separation is done with the help of this fractional distillation. So how this fractional distillation is used to obtain different gases from air. Student, what are different gases in air? Or basically if anyone is going to just ask you what is air, so this air is a homogeneous mixture of different gases. So right, it is a mixture of different gases. This mixture is basically homogeneous mixture. If we observe carefully, then we can say what are different gases. Now these different gases, these are different elements present in gaseous form in air. So this is nothing but this is different element in molecular form in air. If you are saying air, this term air includes your oxygen, nitrogen,
William.
carbon dioxide, yes, many more are there like helium, argon, so many kind of gases are present here. Argon, helium, so many kind of gases are present there. Okay, so nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, these are the prominent one. If we take a volume of air, so if I am taking this much air, so this will contain different gases, different kind of gases. Means these are the molecule of different kind of gases. So these gases are present in the mixture form, and these mixture are almost uniform. Now this air means air contain oxygen, air contain nitrogen, carbon dioxide, argon, helium, all these things. So if I say this is the air, means it will contain nitrogen. Nitrogen is present in maximum amount, and this nitrogen and these gases are present in their molecular form, so denoted as N2. So if you are taking this as the volume V, or say 100 liter of this air you are taking, then around 78 liter out of 100 liter means 78% of this air will contain this nitrogen only. Okay, it will contain the other gases also. If you consider the oxygen, it will contain oxygen. This oxygen is denoted by O2. Oxygen is present in molecular form, and around 21%, it is exactly 20.89%, but approximately we can keep it 21% of this. Means if you are taking this as the 100% air, means air you are taking 100 liter, then 78 liter of nitrogen will be there, 21 liter of oxygen will be there. In remaining only 1 liter, all the other gases are present. These gases are carbon dioxide, this carbon dioxide is denoted by CO2, and this is present around 0.003%. Are you getting how a small fraction of carbon dioxide is there in this atmosphere? Only this much.
Yes, sir.
It contains the other, like argon also. Argon even 0.0000, even 6 times, 4 times, sorry, 5 times 0, then there is 1 3. Okay, means very less amount of argon. It contains the helium also. Okay, so many other gases are there. All the possible gaseous molecules are present in this air. Even it contains your sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, but their percentage are very small. So we are not interested in all those. But the important thing is that if I talk for the air, air contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and this argon. Argon is denoted by Ar. Student, this Ar, argon is a stable element, so they are not forming the molecule like Ar2. They are able to present in the atom form itself, because argon, neon, helium, these are inert gas. What are inert gas? These things we will learn in our next standard in class 10. Okay, but you have to keep in mind, I want to separate the different component of air, means I need nitrogen separately from this volume of air, I need oxygen, I need carbon dioxide, I need this argon. Okay, all these things, at least these are the major component. So how to separate this? How to obtain nitrogen from the air? How to obtain oxygen from the air? How to obtain carbon dioxide from the air or argon from the air? Means these different components have to be separated. For this, we are using fractional distillation. So, right, fractional distillation can be used to obtain different component of different gaseous component of air. Okay, obtain means separate the different gaseous component. So what are the different gaseous component? Means like this. Nitrogen can be obtained,
Oxygen,
oxygen can
carbon
be
dioxide.
obtained, argon can be obtained, even this carbon dioxide can be obtained. So how to obtain this? A student, this air is present at normal temperature in gaseous phase itself. It is a gaseous solution, okay, or gaseous mixture. But for fractional distillation, we need what? Liquid. So right, air first liquefied, that is air, which is the gaseous mixture, is converted into which one? So this need to be converted into liquid form,
Gaseous form.
means liquid air. Air, which is the gas, now we have to first convert it into liquid. A student, you might have learned in your earlier standard or even chapter 1, it is also there. You can convert a gas into liquid by the process of cooling. So first thing is cool it, means reduce temperature. So
Condensation.
yes, cooling. This cooling is reducing the temperature. This process is called as your condensation. Another, this process or this liquefaction is helpful if the pressure is increased. So by both the way, like you are absorbing LPG in your kitchen. What is that LPG? So liquefied petroleum gas. It is basically the propane and butane, which is the gas that is filled in the cylinder at high pressure. So because of high pressure, it is in liquid phase. Okay. So cooling assisted by or cooling along with increasing the pressure. So right here, increase pressure. So these two things are done to convert the gaseous air into liquid air. Are you getting it, students? So this gaseous air is first converted into liquid air by cooling it and increasing the pressure. A student, how we can increase the pressure? Means collecting the air in a cylinder, then compress it, means put a piston in that cylinder and reduce the volume. Automatically it will get compressed, means the pressure is increased. So that is the technique we have to apply. Now if we are taking the air from the atmosphere, it contains large amount of dust also. So dust need to be filtered first, dust, water vapor and other thing. So these dust are first filtered. For that, a filter is used at very early stage. So what is the mechanism used? It is shown in this figure. A student, so very first this filter is used. Are you getting? This is the atmosphere. Air is going to enter into this filter. So this is what the air from atmosphere. This is your air from atmosphere. But the atmospheric air contains large amount of dust. So a filter is used just to remove the dust. So this is the filter. Like mask is what? One of the filter. Okay. Filter that you are using in kitchen. Okay. For removing the tea leaf from the tea. Okay. So here this filter is for removing the dust from the air. So right here it removes dust from atmospheric air. Okay, see, now the air is entering into an apparatus. Now this dust free air have to be liquefied first. So how this can be liquefied? First by cooling, then increasing the pressure, or first you increase the pressure, means pass it through a chamber and compress it, then cool it. How you can cool a substance? A student, last day we have learned for heating a substance, we are using what? Hot water through a coil. For cooling a substance, we are passing cold
Freezing water.
water through a jacket or through or outside the tube, or passing the cold water through the tube and passing the gas outside the tube. Okay, like milk is cooled by placing your glass or steel glass in water. So the same technique is used here. Student, now this air is first compressed. So you are getting, these are the pistons. Okay, so under pressure means this is going to pressurize the air, means more number of air molecule will pass in this area. Lesser number of molecules are there, but in this area more number of air molecules are there. Okay, because of this high pressure, large number of molecules are coming together, and when it is cooled further, the molecule get converted into liquid. So for that there is a cooling arrangement. See, now this air, a student, keep in mind, this is your hot air, it is written, you can understand this is the normal air, need not be hot air. Hot and cold air is taken in reference of even our normal air. When it is cooled, then it is called as cold air. That's why this normal air is taken as hot air. Okay, so also you will learn in higher standard, while compressing air, its temperature slightly rises. Okay, because of the work done by these pistons. So that thing you will learn later, but you just understand the air from atmosphere is taken in, it is pressurized, means pressure. This mechanism is for increasing the pressure of air. So right, increasing the pressure of air. So while increasing the pressure, it is able to condense into liquid form very easily just by cooling it. Now whatever the air, means highly dense air is coming here, it is passing through a chamber. Getting? Now this air have to be cooled. So how this can be cooled? The condenser. What we were doing in condenser in our fractional distillation, students, can you recall that figure? This was
We
the
were putting
fractional
water,
distillation. Are you
cold
getting?
water.
This was the cold air, cold water.
Cold, cold water.
Yes, and this was the hot water was coming out
Hot water.
ultimately. Okay. See, it is also drawn in your book. So this is the condenser. So similar kind of thing. A student, what is the difference between this condenser and that condenser? In this condenser, we are passing the water through outside this tube. Okay. But in this air, we are passing the cold water inside
Cold
this
water.
coiled tube. Okay. So this cold water in into this coiled tube, and this is what the air. Okay, student, these are the air, but this air is cooled in this chamber so that it will get condensed into liquid. So here it is your liquid air. This is your gaseous air. So this way, the gaseous air get converted into liquid air. Okay, student? Now, this cold compressed air, basically, this is the liquefied air or even very cold air, you can say. Now, this cold liquefied air is allowed to escape from this chamber. So that's why it is the cold compressed air. This is allowed to escape. While it will escape or come out of this, its volume will try to increase further. Now, while passing it through a chamber, say, means when it is, the temperature is so reduced that it is going to negative temperature. Do not think just 0 degrees C. At 0 degrees C only ice is obtained, but for the cooling of this air you need to go even to the negative temperature. Okay, student? For that, sometime other method of cooling rather than hot water, cold water, some other gaseous cooling is required. Those level of differences are not required for you. So you just understand whatever the cold air or the liquid air which is formed here, that liquid is again allowed to converted into the gas in the same chamber. Means it is not totally filled with liquid, but there is cold compressed air is here. It is passed through a separator. Separator is what? Separator is nothing but like a mess.
It separates.
Yeah. What it separates, a student?
Gaseous. Air gaseous.
Yes, gaseous, and if there any solid freezed particle, that is also separated. Now, a student, you are already knowing that when the carbon dioxide is cooled, what will happen? Will it convert into this liquid? If I am taking this carbon dioxide, a student, the carbon dioxide, this carbon dioxide, when it is cooled, it will get converted into liquid. Is it correct? स्टूडेंट ये सही है? जब मैं कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को कूल करूंगा तो ये गैस से लिक्विड में हो जाएगा. सही है? स्टूडेंट, वी हैव लर्न अबाउट सब्लिमेशन. Carbon dioxide directly get converted into the solid CO2. It will not go to liquid phase. It is our dry ice. Okay, student? अब भूल जाते हैं, जस्ट अभी लास्ट डे भी तो बताया है आपको सब्लिमेशन. So carbon dioxide will directly get converted into the solid, and that solid is directly separated with the help of this separator. See here, carbon dioxide out as dry ice. Are you getting?
Yes,
sir. So why this? It is because of this sublimation occur here. So this way, this carbon dioxide gets separated at the very earliest stage in solid phase or in solid form. Now, student, what is present in this? So you can understand this portion contain your carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, argon, all these things are present in this. But if you come here, this portion contains, see, all the carbon dioxide is now removed. It contains you the nitrogen, oxygen, and argon. Also helium and other thing, but we are interested with nitrogen, oxygen, and argon. Now these mixture are passed through expansion jet, means they are further allowed to expand. Getting? So this cooled air that will again expand, means its temperature will rise. So while rising the temperature, you can observe that at very lower temperature, means this mixture is even at the minus 200 degrees C or minus 250 degrees C. But when it is allowed to expand, its temperature will rise. Then you will observe that at this 196 degrees C, a student, now come to this table, this nitrogen will get separated. Getting? Now if further temperature is raised, means see, you can see this nitrogen which is able to convert into vapor at very low temperature, so nitrogen will be separated first. Means nitrogen is able to vaporize first. This we have learned last day also. The component which have lower boiling point get vaporizes first. Here nitrogen minus 196 means it is the lower than the boiling point of this argon, which is minus 186. Okay, minus 186 is bigger than minus 196. So minus 196 means nitrogen will vaporize first. It will vaporize at the faster rate. So nitrogen will obtain at the upper portion of this fractional distillation column. Whatever this column used is same as the earlier column of fractional distillation, where we were fitting the fractionating column having beads, but here those beads are even not required. Some meshes are present here also, those things are not shown here in this figure. So over that, this nitrogen will cross and it will go to maximum higher level, and in that maximum higher level the outlet hole is there, so nitrogen is obtained at higher level. Okay, now if we come for the other, means if we come for the argon, we can get this at just below that. And if the temperature is maintained nearly minus 184 or 85, still the oxygen will remain as liquid. Okay, so carefully the temperature is maintained in between the two, so that nitrogen and argon gets vaporizes and removed at different layer of what is the problem? You people are chatting. क्या डाउट है आपको? बोलिए बोलिए भाई चंदन, आपको क्या डाउट है?
कुछ नहीं सर, बहुत चेंज दिख रहा है मेरे को, इसीलिए।
बहुत चेंज? अदर स्टूडेंट आर आल्सो गेटिंग? व्हिच काइंड ऑफ चेंज आर यू गेटिंग?
नहीं सर, वो अपडेट के लिए रखा था, बहुत छोटा जैसे दिख रहा है स्क्रीन, इसीलिए।
तो आप अपने मेरे फिगर पे जाकर उसे क्लिक करो ना, मैग्नीफाई करो ना।
हाँ सर किया हूँ, लेकिन वो स्क्रीन बहुत छोटा दिख रहा है, इसीलिए जूम करके देख रहा हूँ, तब से कष्ट हो रहा है बहुत।
तो आप अपने सिस्टम को ठीक करो, मेरे इधर से सब कुछ सही है। अदर स्टूडेंट आल्सो हैव सम डिफिकल्टी? ऐसा कोई डिफिकल्टी नहीं है ना?
नो सर, इट इज
करेक्ट। आप अपने उसको ठीक करिए, प्लीज करेक्ट योर सिस्टम। सो स्टूडेंट, दिस वे nitrogen and argon is obtained at the higher level of this fractionating column, while the oxygen remain in liquid phase if the temperature is carefully maintained at nearly minus 184 to 85 degrees. Now if the temperature is further increased, now see, you are getting now this oxygen temperature, it is very important. If the temperature is further increased above minus 183, then oxygen will also start vaporizing, and you will get this oxygen in different layer just below this argon. Okay, but in our setup or in your book, this oxygen is separated as liquid oxygen. So here the important thing is that the temperature is maintained around minus 184 degree C. This is important here, so that liquid oxygen is obtained. Are you getting from this chart? So from this chart we can observe this. Getting? So liquid oxygen is obtained nitrogen obtained at the highest level of fractionating column, and this argon just below that. Okay, argon is, this is for the nitrogen, this is for the argon, and below that the liquid oxygen is obtained. So this way oxygen is obtained here, means O2 in liquid phase is obtained here. See, nitrogen is obtained here at the upper level of this fractionating column, and argon is obtained here. So this way we have separated, or we have obtained the oxygen, nitrogen, and argon, and here the carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide, dry ice.
Yes, as the solid carbon dioxide or dry ice. So this way, what was the air? The air, which was the mixture of all these things, means this air, which was the mixture of everything, this gets separated into first carbon dioxide, next nitrogen, next your argon, and the fourth one is your oxygen. So these are the four important components which are separated. Okay, student, what is the process? So process, I have just written few things. So fractional distillation can be used. So for applying the fractional distillation, the air is first converted into the liquid form by increasing the pressure and reducing the temperature. Okay, means this reducing the temperature and increasing the pressure so that it get condensed. So very first, this is the condensation phase. So this is what? Condensation. Condensation. During condensation itself, we are getting the dry ice separated with the help of separator. You might be getting, here is the separator. Okay, student? And then when this liquid air is allowed to expand means just its temperature is allowed to rise, means temperature increases or slightly heated, you can say, or cooling is reduced, you can say, then you are getting different, then we are obtaining different gases like N2, argon in fractionating column, and liquid oxygen. So this way, by applying first condensation, then this expansion, different components get separated. So this is the technique used, or this is the application of our fractional distillation for separating the different components of air. So whatever this expansion and all these things are doing, so these things is done, means this separation is done in fractionating column, and for this, means this liquid is allowed to expand so that different components are obtained. This is done in fractionating column, but this gas gets converted into liquid in a cylinder piston and cooling coil mechanism. That is shown at the very first stage, like filter, then pressure means the cylinder arrangement for increasing the pressure, then cooling coil. Okay, so it is our cold water. This is the cold water, basically. This is very cold water that is entering, and that warm water will come out. Okay, it is like this one. So student, this is the mechanism. Whatever this process we have learned, this entire process is also summarized in your book in the form of a table. That table is this one. Student, see, This table, this air means it contain what? It contain,
Different gases.
yes, nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, even helium also, helium, neon also, carbon monoxide, sulfur monoxide also, but we are interested with these are the major one. These are the major one. So these things are separated. Now student, here what we are observing. So question is framed. How carbon dioxide is obtained from the fractional distillation of air in form of liquid carbon dioxide, in form of dry ice, in form of gaseous carbon dioxide. Student, we have to keep in mind this carbon dioxide is obtained as dry ice.
Dry ice.
Yes. This oxygen is obtained as, how this is obtained?
Liquid.
Yes.
Liquid.
So this is the liquid oxygen that we are going to obtain. How this nitrogen, where this nitrogen is obtained? At the highest level.
Yes.
Highest level in fractionating column. Okay, this is also shown here. You have to watch it carefully. This is the nitrogen which is obtained at the highest level. Okay, student. So it is this one, highest level. Why? Because of its lower boiling point. So you can write it, since lower or lowest boiling point. What is that boiling point? It is your minus 196 degrees. You are getting, no, this minus 196 is lower than माइनस ऑफ 186. ओके, नेगेटिव में जो नंबर जितना बड़ा वो उतना छोटा होता है. ओके बच्चों, तो ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखना है. सो दिस nitrogen is obtained at the highest level of the fractionating column. Okay, it is shown here. This is the fractionating column or fractional distillation column, mean the same thing. Then the argon is also obtained as, this is also obtained as gas in lower level of fractionating column. Why this is obtained at the lower level, student? Because
of its boiling point.
Boiling point higher or lower?
It is higher than nitrogen boiling point.
Good. Since higher boiling point than nitrogen. This thing we have already learned in our last video or in our last lecture, where we have observed that the component having lower boiling point will vaporize faster and it will obtain at the higher level of fractionating column. So this way the gas gets separated. So the same thing is written here. See here in this chart or in this flow diagram, it is written air, which is the mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, air, carbon dioxide. These are first compressed and cooled. The purpose of compression and cooling is to convert it into liquid air. Okay, so liquid air is obtained. Cooling means decreasing temperature. Okay, now compression means increasing pressure. So compressed and cooled. The same thing is written here, by increasing pressure and decreasing temperature. Now this is allowed to expand or slightly warmed. It is not heated. Heating means more than 0 degrees C you are supplying the external heat. No, you are just allowing it to expand or allowing it to warm up. like you are taking the ice from your fridge and placing it in normal atmosphere. What is going to happen? It is automatically going to be warm and it starts melting. Okay, in the similar fashion, this cold air is allowed to expand or allowed to warm up by itself. So allowed to warm up slowly, and this warming is done in our fractionating chamber or fractional distillation column. तो ये फ्रैक्शनल डेस्टिलेशन कॉलम में ऑटोमेटिकली जब ये वार्म अप होना शुरू होता है तो वहां से डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वेपर्स, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट गैसेस के बनने शुरू हो जाते हैं. देखिए नाइट्रोजन का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बहुत कम है, तो नाइट्रोजन वेपर सबसे पहले बनेगा, वो सबसे ज्यादा ऊपर तक रेज करेगा और फ्रैक्शनेटिंग कॉलम के हाईएस्ट लेवल पे आपको नाइट्रोजन बाहर निकलेगा. नेक्स्ट वन इज योर आर्गन. आर्गन, its boiling point is your
minus 186.
minus 186. Okay, so it will just after nitrogen, it will come out below that in the next column. Now the temperature is maintained here around minus of 184 or 85 degrees C. Therefore, this oxygen, student, are you getting this oxygen? Oxygen will remain as liquid.
Liquid oxygen.
So liquid oxygen is collected in this chamber. It is also shown here. Okay, student? So this way, the different components are separated. Any doubt, then please tell me, student. Hope no. So let us write. What are the steps involved? So very first is air is compressed into liquid. How? By this compression is done by
decreasing temperature and increasing
very
pressure.
good. So by the means of cooling and increasing pressure. By increasing pressure and cooling it. After that, what we have obtained? The liquid air. This liquid air is allowed to expand, allowed to warm up and expand through where this expansion is going to take place. A student, in our fractional distillation का जो सेटअप है उसमें फ्रैक्शनल डेस्टिलेशन में जो फ्लास्क था उसमें ये लिक्विड एयर प्रेजेंट हो गया. ओके, अब ये लिक्विड एयर वहीं पे एक्सपेंड हो रहा है. सो द लिक्विड air allowed to warm up and expand through the fractional distillation column. Distillation column. Okay, so while it is allowed to warm up and expand, then we are getting this solid carbon dioxide. This solid carbon dioxide is even obtained while it is going to liquefy itself. Okay, just before collecting the liquid, in between the path there is a separator is used. Are you getting here? Just here it is the liquid, here it is the liquid, air mixture is here, but while it is just coming out or going to be collected as liquid, In between the path, a separator is used to separate the solid carbon dioxide. So right, separator is nothing but it is like a mesh or like a filter. It is also like a filter like is used to collect solid CO2. This solid CO2 is called dry ice.
Dry ice.
So this way, this carbon dioxide itself gets separated here. Okay. Thus, CO2 is separated as solid or in solid phase. तो ये CO2 अपने को किस फेज में मिलता है? Solid phase में. Now, the remaining means after separator, write that way. After separator, the liquid is allowed to expand or passes through fractionating column. Through fractionating column. Fractionating column to give different gases at different height. Okay, student? So at different height, we are getting the different component. So at what level, means at the higher height or lower height, we are obtaining which component? For that, you can just write nitrogen,
Higher height nitrogen
having
and lower height argon.
lowest or lower boiling point, vaporizes faster, while it is vaporizing faster, it will be collected or it will move to higher level. It will move and collected at highest level of the fractionating column. So right, it will move higher and collected at top. Top means it is the maximum height.
Top column.
Maximum height. While the argon
is collected at lower height.
Yeah, just wait. So argon have this argon have lower boiling point or higher boiling point. It have higher boiling point.
Higher boiling.
Having higher boiling point. How much is this? If you wish, you can write this as this is minus 186 degrees C. But for the nitrogen, this was, you may write here,
minus
it was
196.
minus 196 degrees. Are you getting this now? So higher boiling point collected as gas in lower column, means below the nitrogen. It means while the oxygen remain as liquid. So write that one. Oxygen remain as liquid, whose boiling point you may write here BP
Sir,
is
as
minus
AS.
of 183 degrees C, because the temperature is maintained where just below this or above this. Temperature is maintained. Yes, tell me, below this or above this?
below.
If you maintain above the boiling point, then it will also vaporize. So it is
Vaporize.
maintained below it. Since it is a negative, so minus of anything means 184
Minus 183.
or minus of 185, these things are maintained. So these are maintained. Okay.
Sir,
So at
you
around
have written O2 remain at liquid. As liquid.
as liquid. Yes, it is as liquid. Okay, student. So this way, which one is obtained in which form? Argon in the gas form, nitrogen as gas form. But this is nitrogen is obtained at the top. Below that, this argon is obtained, and the very first at the separator, this carbon dioxide
as
is
solid.
obtained. Okay, student. So this solid
Okay, sir.
CO2 is obtained. So this is the process how it occur. So this was all about our fractional distillation of air. So a student, keep in mind which are the process involved. Process first involved is cooling.
Cooling.
So processes, if it is asked, then cooling, then increasing pressure and increasing pressure. So in
Sir,
term
can
of
we write
pressure or
warning?
in term of heat, it is written, it is simply the condensation or compression. Condensation. In term of pressure, it is also called as compression. Okay, and compression. It is this one. After what, there is expansion. Means there is basically separation, then there is expansion. Okay, there is expansion, or you may write the separation first. There is separation of what? This
Carbon dioxide.
solid CO2
Dry ice.
called as dry ice. So it is your dry ice, this solid CO2. Then there is expansion. And this expansion is occurring where? Fractional distillation. So fractional distillation column. Okay, so different components collected in different form. These are the three important process. ओके, तो प्रोसेस पूछे तो ये सारे के सारे प्रोसेस आपको ध्यान में रखने कैसे होते हैं। ये यदि पूछे तो ऊपर क्या पे स्टेप्स लिखेंगे, एंड समरी फॉर्म में यदि पूछा जाए यू कैन रिप्रेजेंट इन दिस फ्लो डायग्राम. ओके, एयर टू लिक्विड एयर, देन देयर एक्सपेंशन. ओके, मींस गैसेस आर सेपरेटेड एट डिफरेंट टेम्परेचर. यदि आपको फिगर पूछा जाए यू विल ड्रॉ दिस फिगर. ओके, दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट आवर
Okay, sir.
use of fractional distillation for obtaining different components of air. Any more doubt than a student may ask? No doubt?
No,
Then
sir.
a student, the last topic is purification of water. A student, whatever the water we are taking from the sources like river or pipe or from any pond or lake, they contain impurities.
Bacteria.
So what these impurities? Like they contain a small amount of solid particle or pebbles, that is like your sand particle, other dust particle, the small bacteria or pathogens. Okay, a small which are infectious, bacteria or microorganism like your bacteria, etc. Okay, so therefore it is not suitable for, because of these impurities, these are not suitable for direct drinking. Therefore not suitable for drinking. Therefore to make it useful or to make it used for drinking, we need to remove these impurities. So how these impurities are removed? So removing these impurities is called purification. Okay, student? So what is this purification? So purification means making the water useful. Making it suitable for drinking. So to make water suitable for drinking, by removing impurities, by removing, dissolve, or maybe the suspended one, by removing the suspended and dissolved. The suspended if the particle are bigger, and if they are very fine particle then they are dissolved, that we have already learned. So by removing the suspended and dissolved impurities. So for removing this, it includes three process. Okay, very first is removing the bigger particle. Okay, Then the second one is your filtration, and the third one is you're killing these bacteria. So it includes, this purification includes three processes. The very first one is called as your sedimentation, so that the suspended particle will settle down. So write, a student, sedimentation. This is the very first step. The next step is, everything is shown in this diagram. I will explain this diagram. Let me just drag it downward. So this is the first step. The second step is our, so this sedimentation is the first step. The second step is your filtration. And the third step is
Chlorinization.
removing the bacteria, that is called as bleaching. Okay? Or killing the bacteria and unwanted germs, that is called as bleaching. A student, sedimentation can be used for settle the suspended particle. Remove suspended bigger solid particle. Okay, like if the sands are there or small solid particles are there, like pebbles are there, that can be removed by sedimentation. This sedimentation is done by passing this air through bigger tanks. This filtration can be used for a smaller particle. So a smaller suspended and dissolved particles are removed. Then bleaching, microorganism are killed or separated. Okay, student? So for this killing this microorganism, we are using the bleaching powder, means adding the chemical. So this is done by adding the chemical like bleaching powder or chlorine. This bleaching can be done. Okay, student? So right, this is done by adding chlorine, Cl2 or bleaching powder. A student, this bleaching powder is your CaOCl2. This we will learn in class 10th. Okay, this is the simple formula of bleaching powder. Or even just chlorine is passed through the water, the bacteria will die or microorganism will die. This filtration for removing the suspended particle and this sedimentation allow to settle down the suspended particle. These are the three steps. For this, the setup used is like this. Say the water, say from our Kadra dam, you are taking the water, you are passing this water through the two bigger tanks in which it will store or it will remain for a longer time. Okay, so that here this sedimentation is going to occur. Are you getting? So see here, it is the sedimentation tank. The first one is your sedimentation tank. Allow the solid to settle down. Okay, it is the very first. Next, after settling, the bigger solid particles will get settled here at the bottom of this. Then the water from the top is allowed to pass. It will go to the next tank. This tank is called as loading tank. But the purpose is same as that of the sedimentation. To sediment the suspended impurities, whatever the suspended or fine impurities are there. Are you getting? The fine impurities, that is also settled down in this loading tank. So these two are collectively for the purpose is sedimentation. This, so settlement or sedimentation. This is for the fine particle. This is for the bigger particle. Okay, the difference is only that one. Now it is passing through whatever the water which have entered here, that will come out, enter here, that will settle down, and it will pass through. This is the filter. Student, again, this filter contain different kind of pebbles. Okay, what they are? So they are the coarse gravels. You are getting the different sizes. These are the gravels, these are the fine sand, and the water at the top will be very much pure. The same process is used in our water treatment plant. Now at this top, the pure water is being collected or going to pass into a tank. In this tank, this bleaching is done. This is the bleaching. Okay, student, this is the second step, is the filtration. This way it is going to different house. It is now used. Are you getting? So this way the water is purified. So what you have to keep in mind, what is used for the bleaching? It is it is chlorine or bleaching powder. What is the purpose of bleaching? To kill the germs or chlorination. Bleaching is also called as chlorination or chlorination, means adding the chlorine. It is this one. So in this filter, what they contain? They contain your coarse gravel and fine sand. So right here, this filtration, this is done by, write down, it is the gravel, coarse gravel, coarse gravel and gravel, only their sizes are different. Okay, different size stones, means the pebbles are there. Gravel and fine sand and fine sand. These are the things that are used for this filtration. And this sedimentation, this is done in larger tank. And loading tank, also called as the loading tank. Loading tank. So these are the three steps that is used in purification of water. Any doubt, then please ask, otherwise we have ended the class. Your time is also up. We have to stop it here. So tomorrow,
No doubt, sir.
at what time we shall start the class? If you have any doubt in this chemistry, that we will discuss first in early morning. Then we will start the new chapter of mathematics. So student, what are your homework? All the students have finished their homework. Our textbook,
Textbook
exercise,
completed, sir.
questions, all the questions, all the students have
sir.
finished.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
very good.
Yesterday you have given
Very
us
good,
homework.
Sanjana. Good, Balino. Those students who have not finished, please finish this textbook very first. After that, please do the our RC book also. Very small questions are there. So do from 1 to 15. अभी आप रात में थोड़ा कोशिश करिए, यदि कुछ डाउट रहता है तो कल मॉर्निंग में पूछिए, यदि डाउट नहीं रहता है तो कल भी आपको टाइम मिलेगा, परसों आप फिर से हमें पूछेंगे. ओके स्टूडेंट, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर होमवर्क.
Okay, sir.
Students, any more doubt then please ask.
No, sir.
If no doubt, then I will stop the class. Okay students, shall I stop the class?